Can this crazy piece of tech change the way we play tennis? Well, a couple of weeks ago on YouTube, I was watching two guys race, but one was using this, a Hypershell Exoskeleton. Now this got me thinking, if this product helps you run faster for longer with less exertion, could I use this to play tennis? Well, Hypershell kindly sent me their next-gen exoskeleton to try it out for myself. I'm going to be splitting the testing up into two sections, an off-court physical test in the environment it's built for, and then I'm going to be going on-court to test it in the second test in full hyper mode, which you'll find out more about later, to see if I can start moving like Alcaraz and have the endurance of Rafa on the clay. But first, let's unbox it. Right guys, so on the channel in the past, you see me test some really cool gadgets to see if I can even play tennis with them, whether they give me an advantage. But the product today that I'm going to be testing, I'm the most excited about of all of them. It's an exoskeleton. Now I'm really excited to see this in action because I've seen it in some other people's YouTube videos. I'm excited to see not only the benefits that it gives, but also how it actually will function on a tennis court. Will it give me an advantage? Will it allow me to train for longer? Let's find out. Let's do a little unboxing, see what's inside, and give this a go. So as you can tell, I'm pretty excited for this unboxing. I've heard some really big things, so I was excited to see if it lived up to the hype. So in the box, we've got the USB-C charging cable, the user manual, which is going to be very helpful since I have no clue how to use this yet. We've got the battery pack, and then obviously the device itself. Oh, it's a lot lighter than I actually thought it was going to be. So I'm going to read the instruction manual to figure this out now, but let's get it on and see what it can do. I'm very excited. But before I could use it, I had to charge the batteries, so I came back the next day. Okay, so we're back the next day, took a little bit of time to charge, and now we're going to try it on. Putting this on, I felt like I was transforming into some sort of Terminator, but once it was on, it was actually surprisingly comfortable and moved pretty easily with my legs. And as soon as I turned it on, I could feel the effects. Oh my gosh, that feels so weird. I've got way more power on my step. This is so weird. Okay, so we're on hyper mode, 25%. I'm gonna walk up the stairs, see what it feels like. Okay. So just from walking, it just propels you upwards. 100% hyper mode. Oh my god. Like my knee is just literally being kicked up. It's weird because I don't want to misstep. And apparently they have a new fitness mode, which actually increases resistance. So it's gonna make it really hard to walk up the stairs. That's actually, it's not pushing against your leg, it's almost like you're going through like water, right? That's like maximum power, like fully trying. It's pretty powerful, it's a lot more powerful than I thought, so moving around and playing tennis in this is going to be fun, so stick to the end of the video to watch that. I also want to say that over 50% of you that watched last week's video haven't even subscribed. So if you enjoy these videos and want to help support the channel, then go down there, check if you're subscribed. If you are, turn notifications on. If you're not, click subscribe. And now let's carry on with the video. So I've come to the local courts to test this out in action. We're going to give this a go. I'm going to put it straight into hyper mode, 100%. Because what's the fun in keeping it at 50? And I'm going to run and we're going to see the difference. But first off, leg drive check. Boom. Very little effort, the knees are just there. I'm doing literally nothing. And so to fully compare the resistance mode against the hyper mode, I decided to set myself a challenge. That's literally as far as I could go. Run from the back of the fence all the way to the net as fast as I can, and we're gonna measure the time that it takes. Stopping is so hard. I thought I was gonna run through the net. Because there's so much leg drive, there's not much leg pull back. So to stop, you could work against this. I'm glad I could stop that. I worked really hard. We'll do a little side-by-side comparison on the screen. Clearly, there's a pretty big difference between the two. And no, I was not holding back one bit. Right, so Dad's got it on now, currently off. And let's switch it to eco mode, 50%. Go on then. You feel it?
Yeah, a bit.
Okay.
It's a tiny bit, not a lot.
100% eco.
Oh, wow.
Now I've switched it on to full mode.
This is crazy.
Now run. For Dad, that's quite fast. Initial impressions?
Unbelievable.
It makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Where's the next mountain? I'm ready.
Right guys, so one of the main uses for the Hypershell is running up hill and hilly terrain. So the first test I'm going to be doing is running up this massive hill behind me. I'm going to be running it 2 times, one with the Hypershell and one without. I'm also tracking my heart rate via Whoop. And so basically what we're going to be testing is how high my heart rate peaks at after the run. Now the speed that I'm going for, we're going to be like, I'm late for my tennis session, but I'm not full sending it, you know? That's how fast we're going to be aiming for and see how effective it is. And whether I'm going to be using it to get to my tennis sessions a bit earlier. So let's find out. Lightning fast. Turn it on, we're in business. Right, so now we've got these on, we're gonna measure the heart rate on my phone again. I'm gonna put these in 100% hyper mode, so they're gonna give me loads and loads of boost. We'll see how it goes. Whoa! Instantly so much more leg drive, it's a joke. I feel like I'm flying. First thing, when you're tired, the boost is crazy. Now we're gonna do it without them on, see what the difference is. Test number 2, without the Hypershell on. Heart rate's recording, ready to go. I'm gonna blast up this hill. Oi!
Way more gas on this one. Oh, that was way harder. Perceived exertion, way higher. Legs felt so heavy at the end. Okay guys, so we got the Hypershell on court now. Let's go give it a go from the back with some movement.
So my initial first impressions of playing tennis with a Hypershell were that it makes a big difference. It actually gives you 40% more leg strength and 30% less physical exertion.
I'm getting to the ball so quickly. I'm gonna ask him to move me side to side.
So I ran side to side for a couple drills to really see how big that difference was. Now here I had it on full 100% hyper mode to really get the legs pumping. And basically I just asked my hitting partner to just feed me side to side to really see what the difference is. And let's just say I got to some balls which I definitely wouldn't have got to before. One thing it helped me out the most on was getting to crazy drop shots, but I definitely felt that this product would be amazing for someone who's maybe just not as fast on the court or slightly elderly perhaps, to actually help them to get to way more balls, have longer rallies, and just enjoy the sport more. I also gave them to my hitting partner to try out as well, just that isn't a fully biased review from me.
I'm gonna put it straight onto hyper mode for him, get his initial reaction without telling him, so let's see what he thinks.
But he definitely felt that from the baseline, moving around the court was so much easier with the hyper mode. But I also put it on the resistance mode for him to really see how he moves when he really feels like he's moving through water. And he nearly ran into the fence.
My legs are so heavy. I don't know if I'm weak or if this thing's actually pulling me.
I mean, it does give you like an extra push when you run, especially on the drop shot. It's better for like running in straight line, no? I was saying to the camera, like the good modes is like if you were like running like or walking up a hill, it would be unbelievable just to help you out. I think it's like the resistance mode, like bro, it makes your legs feel so heavy.
Okay, so now that I've tested it off the court and on the court, what are my final verdicts on the Hypershell? Now I said when I was unboxing this, I had some pretty high expectations, but I think they've been surpassed. Honestly, I didn't expect a product to be so impressive from the perspective of what it actually does. The features, the app interface that you can quickly change the features on, and actually how it performs. So let's start with the performance side of things. First of all, some people might consider this cheating, wearing a product on the court, enhancing the experience. Well, I'd say that it's more giving you a boost that, you decide to give yourself. And we all know tennis is much more fun when you play a high level. So this could potentially help you get there. The other thing I actually found very convenient is how easy it is to switch between eco mode, hyper mode, transparent mode, which is just off, and fitness mode, which actually adds the resistance, which when we were playing really acted, imagine like ankle weights, but like times 10. Could be really good for sessions where you're really trying to push yourself or test your movement to then take it off and be much faster on the court. That's at least how I would use it. Now the product isn't about just getting them there faster, it's about being able to go longer when you don't have the energy to sustain it, to get to the top of the mountain, enjoy the view. And I think this is a product that really encapsulates that and allows people to do that in the best way. And so if I ever happened to hike up Table Mountain, which I actually did, this would have been a massive help. And finally, if you want to grab the Hypershell for yourself, test it out in action, then go and click the link in the description to go and check it out. If you want to start optimizing your training on and off the court, then this is for you. So go and check it out. I'll leave a link, top link in the description. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.